Welcome to my channel. I'm Teresa Harding, and today we're going to be talking about how the words you say can increase your sales, and they can increase them significantly. In fact, I just got a call earlier today on from a group that I was training on very specific words that they needed to use to respond to some of their social media marketing. And they saw a significant result already. In fact, they didn't just use it in just their social media marketing. They used it in every aspect of when they were talking to people with the goals they're working toward. And they already saw a significant difference in less than 24 hours because of the words that I taught them how to say. And today we're going to talk about how that works. Did you know that the highest sales come from those who know how to use their words to create a certain feeling for the client? Salespeople who were able to connect emotionally with their customers outperformed their peers by, guess how much? 85% in sales. 85%. The words you use can make a difference. And this just goes to show you how important it is to use the right words to create that positive feeling for your customer. Now let's take a look at two examples of recognizable businesses that have established the power of using the right words to increase their sales. First, let's look at Apple. Apple is known for its exceptional customer service. They have a reputation. And guess why? Because they know what words to use. It's not an accident. They train their employees. It's due to the fact that the words their employees use when interacting with customers creates a feeling and an experience. Apple employees are trained to use positive language to focus on solutions rather than problems. And what that does is it creates a positive experience for the customer, and it makes them more likely to purchase Apple products again because they associate it with something good. Another example is Zappos. It's the online shoe retailer. Zappos has a reputation for its exceptional customer service. And a lot of that is because of the language they use, and they teach their employees how to do this. Zappos, this is what they do. They encourage their employees to use language that focuses on the customer's needs instead of what the salesperson is trying to accomplish. And they also teach them to create a connection with the customer. And what happens when they do this is it creates an attitude of loyalty, a sense of loyalty among the customers, and it makes them more likely to purchase from Zappos again. So if you want to get your sales up, I'm going to give you 5 phrases that will increase your sales. Number 1, our product can help you save money. Now that's a very blunt way to say it. There are some better ways to use those words, and it depends on the situation. That would be in much more depth than we're going today, but helping them feel and believe and understand that the product will save them money. This phrase is great because what happens is it speaks to the customer's desire to save money. But you have to be careful because you can't do it in a way that makes them feel like the value of the product is less. It has to feel like the value is high, but they are getting an amazing deal. Number 2 is our product is the best on the market. A lot of people will shy away from saying that now because they think that people are sick and tired of salespeople acting like mine is the best. Well, everyone says theirs is the best. Well, there's a way to approach it to let them know this product is extremely amazing. And you do it in a way that lets them know that your product is the best without putting anyone else down. This phrase instills confidence in the customer that your product can be trusted. The third phrase is our product is perfect for your needs. And again, you're not saying this exact phrase, you're creating this feeling. The phrases I'm using are a feeling that you are creating, that my product is perfect for your needs. This makes the customer feel like they are understood. And I'll tell you what, if you cannot get the customer to feel understood, your sales are going to be very low, your percentage. Your percentage will go extremely high if you can help them feel like they are understood and you show them that you have a solution for their specific need. Number 4, if you help them feel that your product is backed by a satisfaction guarantee. If they feel like you trust your product so much that there's a guarantee that they can trust it as well. It creates a sense of security for the customer, and it makes them more likely to take a chance on your product where normally they might not be willing to try it, but they feel like, well, you just lowered the risk for me, so now I'm willing. Number 5 is a limited time offer. if you help them create the feeling that, uh-oh, it might not be around. Uh-oh, I might not get this deal. But you don't want to do it in a way that people call salesy. It's got to be real and honest. Don't create some fake one that you make up so that you can say this is a limited time offer. If it's not a limited time offer, don't say that. I see that all the time. I see it with entrepreneurs. It is one of the worst things you can do, because guess what's going to happen? You're going to get a reputation. And as soon as you get a reputation that people cannot trust you, then it takes way longer to earn a reputation of trust back than it took to get rid of your trust. So don't ever, ever make it up. You create a marketing strategy that actually is true if you are going to say those words. So you've got the limited time offer. What this does is it creates a sense of urgency. It makes the customer feel like, oh my goodness, I've got to act quickly because I don't want to lose out on this. I want to be able to take advantage of this offer. Now, it's helpful to know those 5, but let's take a look at 5 things that are phrases that you absolutely never want to use. Or again, I'm saying a phrase, but it's really a feeling you don't ever want to create with a customer. Number 1 is, I'm not sure. It's different. That is different than saying, let me find out. That's there's something I don't know. Let me go find out for you. I'll get you the answer. But I'm not sure. I don't know about my product. I don't have confidence. This instills doubt in the customer, and it makes them less likely to trust your product. Number 2 is, I can't help you. You might not say that with actual words, but if the attitude you convey and the feelings that they feel is that you can't really help me, they are not going to buy. You're going to lose the sale. This phrase makes the customer feel unsupported. It's frustrating for them, and they are more likely to take their business elsewhere. That is for sure. Number 3, it's not my fault. You might not say those words out loud, but if you convey the feeling, oh, that's not my problem, that's not my fault, then I'm sorry, but you've just lost it. If you get a sale after that, that was absolute luck, or you did something else so amazingly well that they could look past that. This phrase puts the blame on someone else, and it does not create a positive experience for the customer, because I'll tell you what, if you put the blame on someone else and it's now someone else's fault, what's going to happen when there's another problem? When they have a problem and they need a solution, they don't feel like you're going to solve it. They feel like you'll blame and put it on someone else, and they have less confidence that they will get what they need from you. Number 4, well, it's company policy. If there might be things that are company policy, but don't leave them feeling like, oh, sorry, well, it's company policy. You want the feeling to be more like, well, that's not something that we do, but we can do this other thing, and help them feel like, wow, I've got a solution for you. Because if you make it feel like, well, it's company policy, so we can, basically that's what you're doing. Then the customer feels like their needs aren't being taken into consideration, and this must not be the company that can help me because they don't do this, and that is what I need. And they, again, are more likely to take their business somewhere else. And number 5 is, that's not possible. I don't care if you don't think it's possible. I am telling you, there's always a way with your product to find a solution for them. It might not be a solution for every single thing they can come up with, but you have a solution for something for them that is so powerful it will change their life. And if you don't believe that, then you are in the wrong business. You're selling the wrong product, because your product should be so wonderful that you know their life is better once they have your product. And so even if it might not solve all 10 things that they wanted the product to solve, it can solve 1, or it can solve 3, or it can solve 5. And instead of saying that's not possible, focus on what is possible and what you can do. So don't ever forget that the words you say can have such a huge impact on your sales. It can increase them, like the studies say, by 85%. And I have seen it over and over with my clients. By using positive language that creates a connection with your customer, creates a feeling that they need to feel in order to want to buy your product, you can increase your sales. You'll create a loyal customer base that even when hard things happen, they won't leave you because they trust you and you have helped them feel something that they need to feel. So remember to focus on solutions rather than on problems, speak to the customer's specific needs, and most importantly, avoid negative language that can drive the customers away. Now that you're aware, I want you to start paying attention to the things you say. I don't care if it's on a sales call. I don't care if it's in person. I don't care if it's in a class. Whatever your selling situation is like, you might be on a coaching call. Pay attention to your words. And I want you to pay attention to how the customer responds when you notice that they start to back off. What did they started to back off because there was a feeling you just created that they didn't want. So if you start paying attention and you get really aware, then I can teach you how to use words to create an increase in sales, and it will be powerful. And remember, in this community, we don't want to just think different. We want to be different.